Hey guys, and welcome to another vlog, and this is another movie-related one. And as usual, I've waited a few days since I watched the movie to sit down and talk about this, but no matter. I don't think there's anything specific that I needed to remember about this movie, as you've seen down below. It's 300: Rise of an Empire. Now, I'm familiar with the first 300 movie. I own it. I watched it when it came out years ago. I was really taken by the visual aesthetic to it. I was also taken by the action, the stylized, everything, the blood and the violence, and Gerard Butler and that powerhouse role. This is Sparta and all that. I enjoyed it. It was different, which is what was probably the best thing about it when it came out at the time, was that it was something visually different, a visually pleasing, different way to present an action movie like that. That's a movie that could have been done to look like a Gladiator or something along those lines, Troy, but they went a different route, and I can dig that. It was a good movie. It was kind of an unusual ending, but I liked it, and so I never expected to hear anything more, though, from the franchise, like there being a sequel or whatever you would call this one, because it kind of takes place during and around the events of the first movie. Just focuses on a different group of Greek warriors and soldiers and whatnot in a different battle at a different time, involving a few of the same characters from the first one, but mostly all brand new. And I guess that's what I would, if I could call it even a complaint about Rise of an Empire, it just felt like more of the same. And I am one of those guys who will say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But at the same time with this movie, I sort of feel like, was there a point? Was it necessary to make this movie? It's like I said, it's just, okay, here's 300. Here's the story of 300, and it takes place around this one group and what they're doing in at this time in Greek history or whatever. But there are these people, and there are these people, and these people. Let's take a look at some of these people over here. Now they overlap a little bit into this circle, but we're going to go ahead and show you what they were doing anyway. And with that, you could probably make several more 300 movies talking about all the different parts of Greece that were fighting, the whole thing. But do you need to? And now, I guess, like I said, that's my only question about Rise of an Empire. Was it really necessary? I'm not saying it was bad. Some movies are like, was that really necessary? Because that was shit. But this is not one of those movies. I enjoyed it. If you like the first 300, you'd probably like this movie, because it's just more of the good stuff that you got with the first movie. And I like the actor. His name I can't think of off the top of my head. I don't think I'd ever seen him in anything before, but I really enjoyed him. Eva Green, she's amazing. I think she's a really good actress, beautiful. She's in all kinds of different movies. I think she was in the first Daniel Craig 007, and probably lots of other things that I'm just blanking on right now. Lena Headey, I'm pretty sure, was back from the first one, because if I remember, she was Leonidas's wife, or she's involved with him in some way. Excuse me. Kind of like Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I wanted to watch the first 300 first before I did this, but I was getting down to my last day or two to watch Rise of an Empire. It was on Vudu, and I was going to run out of my time with it, so I couldn't sit down and squeeze two movies into one day. So I just watched it. So I don't remember everything from the first one. If I ever watch it again anytime soon, I'll talk about it here in another video. But I don't know. I don't have any major complaints about Rise of an Empire. There was nothing like, oh God, this was just horrible. I heard some people who said it was horrible, both before and after I watched it, and I was like, I didn't see it that way. It was fine. It was just more 300. But I don't know, maybe other people have differing opinions. Maybe people didn't like it, but it was okay for me. It was cool. So That's all I got to say about it. Check it out if you haven't already, and I will have some more of these coming. I think I have like 4 more movies queued up on Vudu to watch within the next 2 or 3 weeks. So I'll see you in the next one that I do.